When it comes to determining salaries when hiring remote, I think that one thing that people struggle with is romanticizing the past. This is something that actually Gary Vee talks about in a little bit of a different context, which is advertising costs on social media. And I think there's a similar dynamic here. And he talks about how people romanticize the past when ad costs were lower on Facebook or Google AdWords or any given platform, or when you had more organic reach on Facebook, and then that changed as they pushed their ad model more heavily. I think there's a similar dynamic when it comes to salaries for remote hires. So for example, people that were hiring in Latin America, Eastern Europe, let's say 5 years back, and you could find somebody great for 25,000, 30,000 kind of a thing. And still to this day, I think you can, and those are great salaries in the context of those economies. At the same time, at least what I'm seeing through Commerce Hero is that the really the best talent is really more in the 50, 60, 70,000 range, which I know for a lot of people is like, that's insane. Like, I think there's a romanticizing the past in the sense of like, that's insane. Like you had that experience where you found someone amazing for, that 20, 25,000 mark, and it's just economically, it's great for business. You have a lot of budge room. You can, accept a lot of, let's say errors or communication back and forth. Like you just have massive amounts of budge room in there. Whereas when you think about going up to 50, 60, 70, it seems, it just seems like way out of range. But you got to realize that, everything changes, right? Like salaries are constantly going up. What was true 5 years ago isn't true today. And so if you're in a situation where you have a remote team, and I hear this from people where it's not working out so well, the attention to detail isn't there, the quality isn't there. That's very likely because the really higher quality devs have leveled up. And it's because there has been hiring from higher cost of living areas, United States and Western Europe, and into those areas, and which has caused salaries to go up. And so it's just a reality. So I think that is something to consider. I know it does seem a little bit crazy, like, man, salaries are just out of control, and it can't happen forever. They just can't, right? Like once they reach up to a certain level and they're at the same level as US salaries, there's no benefit anymore to hiring. And some people may feel like there's no benefit to hiring at that 50, 60, 70 range. And that's, why there's less of that happening. But the companies that I see that are really killing it, really attracting the best talent to their companies are the ones that are willing to hire in that range, and sometimes even higher than that. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you.